Hi friends, welcome back to my kitchen. Welcome if you are new. I'm Cheryl. This is Table Full of Joy. And friends, I'm excited. Today is the first day of Duck football. It is our first football game of the season. First football game in the Big Ten. And I'm excited. I did not go to the game today. It kicks off in about an hour and 15 minutes. And we are back up into the 95-degree weather here. It's too hot for me to go sit in the stadium and watch the football game. I don't tolerate the heat very well. Being outside in it, it just does not do well with my system. So makes me super sick. So I opted to stay home from the game today, making a super delicious dinner to have with my husband so we can watch the football game. This is a recipe I've been wanting to make for quite a while, and it's super easy, really quick, but it's been all over TikTok for I don't know how long. I'm not super familiar with TikTok. I don't do a whole lot on there, but I have watched some of the recipe videos and I've seen some things that look really tasty that I wanted to make, and this is one of them. So for my very first TikTok recipe, we are making the TikTok $1 million spaghetti. This looked incredible. My husband and I both love spaghetti. As you know, we are in pantry challenge right now, kind of trying to just use up what we have on hand without shopping for anything except for fresh produce and dairy are the only two things I'm allowing myself to buy. I did have to get some cheese today. I also had to order some frozen vegetables to make a batch of dog food for my dogs. But that was it. That's all I got was just cheese, and I think that was it. Oh, a head of lettuce. We're gonna have salad tonight with our dinner. Hubby's really been craving a crispy, crunchy salad. So we're gonna have a fresh salad to go with our spaghetti. And I also have 3 pieces left of our homemade cheesy garlic bread in the freezer. So we're gonna polish those off, get those out of the freezer, and then this next week I'll make another batch of those. So let's get our spaghetti going. We've got 3 moving parts to this recipe. And I need to get my ground beef cooked. In my pot over here, I have ground beef, onion, bell pepper, and 1 clove of garlic. We need to put 1 more clove of garlic in there. I need to get this pot going on the back burner with some water for our pasta. If you haven't seen it yet, I cooked an entire Greek meal yesterday for some friends for dinner last night. I'm exhausted, so I wanted something super simple, really, really easy that could go together, would give us leftovers for after church tomorrow. So when we come home, we can heat up dinner or lunch, whatever you want to call it, and then relax for the rest of the afternoon. So that's why we're doing this today. So let's get some garlic in this pan over here with our meat. All right, so let's get our other clove of garlic put in here. We're gonna get this cooking. We need to add some seasonings to this. So we're gonna add a little bit, it says a Cajun seasoning. I'm gonna use the Slap Your Mama seasoning. It also says to add some Italian seasoning. I am out of Italian seasoning right now, so I'm gonna use some of this Greek seasoning. I think essentially it has the same flavors as the Italian seasoning, so it's gonna be fine. I also need to put in some salt. And some fresh pepper. Alright, so while this is cooking, we're gonna get our Alfredo sauce going over here in this pot. Like I said, there's several moving parts to this, but nothing is hard. None of these things are, labor intensive or anything like that. They're just super easy. We're gonna let that cook. Let's get this going. So I've got 2 cups of heavy cream. Our inner pot over here with our heavy cream. We are going to add a 1/2 cup of butter, 2 cups of Parmesan cheese, some pepper, some salt, and I'm going to go a little easy because the recipe called for unsalted butter, but I don't have unsalted. I don't buy unsalted butter, so I'm going to go really easy on the salt until I taste it. I'm gonna need a couple cloves of garlic. All right, we're gonna let this slowly heat up. We don't want to heat it up too quickly because we'll scorch our cream. Together, we've got our sauce right here. We're gonna go ahead and add in 1 jar of your favorite marinara sauce, whatever it is you like to use. We tend to buy the Bertolli brand. That's the one brand that doesn't tend to give my husband a lot of heartburn. So this is the one we like to use when I'm using a jarred marinara sauce, which isn't very often, but when I do use a jarred sauce, this is the one I tend to go for. But by all means, use whatever your favorite sauce is. Right, turn this down, and we're gonna just let this slowly simmer away here until we're ready. We need to cook our pasta, finish melting our cheese and getting our cream and cheese all mixed together for our Alfredo sauce. And then we're going to combine this with our pasta once our spaghetti's done. All right, since we're on pantry challenge, I'm using up what I have on hand. So I have a couple of boxes, partial boxes of spaghetti, and I don't have any regular spaghetti. All I have is thin, so that's what I'm using. And I just dumped a whole bunch of it on the floor. But you know, you're not making spaghetti if you're not spilling it all over the place. Am I right? So, kind of help mix those up a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit more because I know that's not enough. All right, we're gonna let our spaghetti cook. Friends, our pasta is done. We're gonna drain it in just a second. I wanna taste this Alfredo sauce. I'm actually gonna turn it off. Oh, friends, that is so good. Oh my gosh. I don't think I'll ever buy jarred Alfredo sauce again. That is incredible. All right, let's get our Alfredo sauce added to our noodles. My word. I am a huge fan of Alfredo sauce. I love Alfredo. Anything. Wow, friends. All right, let's go over and get this put together. All right, we have our big casserole dish. We're gonna go ahead and dump our pasta right in our pan. Make sure we get all of that sauce. Oh my gosh, that sauce is so good. You guys will definitely be seeing that sauce on my channel a lot more because that is incredible. We're just gonna ladle this sauce right on top of this pasta. Friends, I'm telling you right now, I think this is going to be my new favorite comfort food recipe for fall. This looks incredible. And I think what I'll probably end up doing is letting this, after we eat it tonight, I'm gonna let this completely cool so that I can cut it up into squares. And I think I'm gonna freeze part of this because this is a huge pan of spaghetti and we cannot eat this entire pan. My husband will only do leftovers one night probably. So I think I will end up freezing part of this. I may end up gifting this to a friend tomorrow at church too. I'll maybe take her and her husband some so she doesn't have to cook. But we will definitely be eating this after church. So now the recipe says to put mozzarella cheese on this. I'm gonna wait. I always find that if I put my mozzarella cheese on this and then put foil on it, it sticks. So I'm gonna cover this, I'm gonna bake it for about 30 minutes because everything is cooked. We're basically just getting everything melded together. So we're gonna cover this, we're gonna bake it for about 30 minutes in the oven, and then just about the last 10 minutes, I'll pull it out and I'll put cheese on it. And that way the cheese will be nice and creamy and just gooey, and this is gonna be incredible. Hey friends, it smells incredible. I'm telling you, I think this is my new favorite baked spaghetti. Holy cow. Let's get some cheese on it. We get it in the oven. I just pulled out my garlic bread from the freezer. This is the homemade garlic bread that we made together and put in our freezer. Got it in my oven preheating so I can throw that in there. And we're gonna pull the foil off of this, get some cheese on it, get it back in there, make a couple of quick salads, and dinner's ready. Look at that, holy cow. So I don't like to use pre-shredded mozzarella typically, but Fred Meyer was out of block mozzarella. So this is what I had to use. So it's fine. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. It's just gonna melt on here. So we're gonna sprinkle this on here. We're gonna grate a little more Parmesan cheese on top. And this is going back in the oven just long enough to really get the cheese all melty and gooey on top. Won't take long to make some salads. It takes about 10 minutes for our bread in the oven, which is about how long it'll take for the cheese to melt. Because like I said, I did turn my oven completely off because I don't want to brown this. I don't want the cheese to be crispy. I want it to be just melty, nice and cheesy and gooey. Make sure we got it all out of the bag. All right, let's do a little bit more. Our oven is preheated and ready. Let's do a little more grated parm on top. Now I am saving my rind when I'm finished with this because I love adding that to soups in the fall. It adds incredible flavor. Let's get this back in the oven. Here is our $1 million baked spaghetti. I'm gonna finish it with a little bit of parsley. And I think we're just gonna cut a piece. So I think the pasta will probably just cut right out of here. We'll see if we have to get a spoon. Well, it kind of held together a little bit. Okay, friends, there is our $1 million TikTok spaghetti, baked spaghetti. This is the garlic bread I told you guys about. We made this together a couple of weeks ago. Actually, a few weeks ago. We made a batch of this and stuck it in our freezer. Super easy. I'll leave a link in the description box for that bread so you guys can see how we put that together. But this is the last 3, so I got to make some more of this next week because we've really enjoyed having it in the refrigerator. So, friends, thank you guys so much for joining me as we made a delicious meal. Even though it is 97 degrees outside, we still baked spaghetti today because that's what I was craving. That's what we're having for dinner tonight. It's going to make plenty of food for lunch after church tomorrow. We're going to bless our friends with some for their lunch tomorrow after church. So it made a huge batch and I'm happy about that. So friends, this is also another pantry meal. We did not have to buy anything for this meal today. We had everything right here at the house to make this. So stock your pantries, stock your fridge, stock your freezers, everything. It really pays off. So friends, it means so much to me that you guys take time out of your day to come and spend time with me in my kitchen, see what I'm doing, see what I'm cooking, come hang out with me. If you guys have made this TikTok spaghetti, let me know in the comments if you have it. You need to make it and then let me know how you guys like it. Friends, if you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button up there. We would love to have you a part of our YouTube family. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we upload a video. And friends, we'll talk to you guys in the comments. Have a great day and God bless.